Yo, what's up, gang? It's your boy Rick, aka Iconic, back with another video. Um, in this video, this is gonna be the first video of the $50 to 10K challenge that I'm gonna be doing. So this account is with a company called Capital Core LLC, or Capital Core. If you see up at the top left here, you can see it, account number 20496 Capital Core, and I deposited $50 in there today. If you look down at the bottom here, you can see the deposit deposited by PayPal, which is PP, and then $50. Okay, so that was deposited into the account. Excuse me. I have a little allergy thing going on, and as you can see in the history, there's no trades. All right. Wanted to show you something real quick. So I had this I just finished setting up the actual platform here the way I like it, adding my timer and my spread just to see what the spread is. The leverage on this is 2,000 to 1, I think it is. I do have another account with another company. They provide a 3,000 to 1, but excuse me, this company does allow me to trade stocks, indices, a bunch of other things, so that's why I like them, even though I haven't tested them out yet. But I sent my friend this chart earlier of where I wanted to get in, but I wasn't monitoring the markets, so it actually I end up missing my entry. So let me go to my email real quick, and you guys can see what I sent him. Right. So this was at, let's see, this one. So we have 8 a.m., which is at the bottom down here. This is the first one I sent him at 8 a.m. So if I, for whatever reason, if I hover over the top, you can see the one at the bottom down here shows the time. Actually, shit, I don't even need to hover. So 8 a.m. I sent that. 8:40 a.m. I sent this image to him. As you can see, that's where I wanted to get into the market. And then the next one is what happened, right? And where I wanted to go. You can see I wanted to go all the way back down to the lows of last week. All right, anyway, so I'm gonna be testing out this new platform here. I do have my markups on TradingView. I don't have it on here yet. So right now I'm still trying to monitor this 1 hour candle. These are all 1 hour bars because we did have this bullish candle here, so I'm still trying to wait to see if there's going to be any more bearish momentum. So I'm going to wait for this 1 hour to close and see if we can get a pullback, possibly into the entry zone, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a small position. Excuse me. Yeah, my allergies are bothering me, man, and I do apologize. And for the weirdest reason, I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm jet lagged, but I'm so damn tired. Like, I was on a 7-day cruise. I went on a cruise on the 27th, came back on Saturday. I went to Honduras. I went to Cozumel, which I've been before. I went to Costa Maya. I went to Coco Cay, which is the island for Royal Caribbean. I went on this huge freaking cruise ship. Not my first cruise, but with Royal Caribbean it was. Went on the Symphony of the Sea. So if you guys get a chance, man, yo, that cruise ship is on point. It is clean. Like, I was jogging one morning on the jogging trail, so to speak, or the track, and these guys were literally cleaning that shit with a fucking toothbrush. Like, yo. Anyway, all right. So what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna pause the video just so we still have about 12 minutes left on this candle, and I don't want to ramble on. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause this video real quick. Okay. All right. What's up, guys? I'm back. All right. So that candle just closed, and the new candle started about 3 minutes ago. Not much movement in the market right now because today is Monday. It is Labor Day. So I mean, you definitely could get some movements, but it's definitely not going to be from any big banks unless some news come out right now that's going to make the market catapult to the downside or to the upside. But it doesn't mean that you can't find a good entry and and with a decent stop loss, and then possibly riding that out to the downside or to the upside. You can definitely get a decent entry, but it's probably going to take a while before the market get to where you want it to go. So again, I'm just waiting to see if the market is going to come back into that area where I had marked out previously. So as you can see again on my trading view here, well, that's not my trading view, but trading view. All right. So as you can see on the trading view that I had marked out, I'm looking for the market to come back possibly into that same entry to give me a downside play. And the reason why I'm looking for a downside play, because, you know, technically, if you really looked at gold, let's go over the last several months, right? So if we look at the monthly candles, look, for the last few months, gold has been dipping to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months in a row, market's just been going down, right? So this month started out bullish. Obviously, it's only 5 days into the month, so it definitely started out bullish. But again, that doesn't mean that the market can't continue to tank. And it's a possibility that it could possibly tank down to these areas here, which is about 1589. Let's give that some round numbers, coordinates. So to 1600, right? It's a possibility that market could push all the way down here. So let's just go back again, look at the weekly. Obviously, it's going to be everything's going to pretty much be bullish because the week just started. Well, this week just started, but the month pretty much just started. Daily, it's been bullish all day. The 8-hour candle, right? 4-hour candle. So we got this 4-hour candle that we're looking at, and then we got the 1-hour candle. So you can see my bias is to the downside. You definitely, again, can get movements to the upside because in any trend there's multiple trends. In you know, a monthly chart, if you go down to the daily chart, you will definitely find trends. Go down to the 4-hour, 1 hour, you're going to find a trend within a trend. If you take a 5-minute chart, you can find a trend on the 1-minute chart. So again, it's, you know, I think over the last few months I've developed a certain level of patience, which I never had before. And I think, you know, that's what kills a lot of traders. It's patience, not only to wait for the market to come back to the level. And what I'm trying to get at is because, right, I'm anticipating this to drop, right? So previously what I would have done, I would have just went short. But if I had went short, let's move this. If I went short here, right? Now the logical place to put my stop loss would be above this high. So now I'm risking so much pips versus me just sitting and waiting, right, for the market to come back. And even if the market does not come back right now, and let's say it just continue to drop, and it drop maybe all the way down here, eventually it's going to come back. It's going to either come back to this level, or it's going to create structure to where I can, you know, take a trade and put a stop above structure where, you know, I might not have to risk as much pips. So right now it's just a waiting game. So I'm just waiting for the market to come back. And I'm gonna, while I'm doing that, what I'm gonna be doing, excuse me, I'm gonna show you something that I've been working on, right? And I'm gonna use the replay tool. And it's been working out for me. So let's just get all this shit out the way, right? I'm gonna get all this out the way. Excuse me. And we're gonna just keep going, and we're gonna find an area to trade on. And I'm not gonna tell you how to do it initially. I'm just gonna look for it. And once you see how it play out, then I'll give you the step-by-step on what I was looking at. Okay? All right. So now we're in July, right? So we're in July. sorry for the dead silence, but like I said, I'm not gonna be telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm just doing the markup, and then I'll tell you exactly what it is that I'm looking at and why I took that trade, right? So right now this is a 6-to-1. You know, my basics typically it's a 4-to-1. So I could set my take profit here, but I did notice down on that 8-hour. But right now it doesn't really matter because I'm just trying to show you something. So we're just gonna keep going. All right, well, that didn't play out the way I wanted it to play out. Actually, it did actually. So let's backtrack a little bit. All right, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack. We're gonna take this candle out of the way, right? And let's go here. And let's see what this is. This is a 3-to-1. So let's go down to the 30-minute. Let's go down to the 15-minute. I just want to see what happened with this candle. All right, so you see the take a 2-to-9. Okay, so the market came in, took us in, right? And then it dropped to about, let's say, a 3-to-1. Now, after noticing this candle, right? This bearish candle here. If we had moved to break even, so let's say we moved to break even, because now this candle went in profit. We moved to break even. Now this become a 10-to-1. This whole trade becomes a 10-to-1 trade, and take profit would have been hit, right? Or we probably would have got stopped out. We probably would have got stopped out if we had moved it to, if we were looking for just 4-to-1. But if you're a defensive trader, then you probably would have taken profit. You would have probably noticed this pullback here on this candle. You would probably notice this pullback, and you probably would have took profit, right? That's just an assumption. However, that was, I'm going to consider that a winning trade because, you know, it's either a winning trade or it's a break-even trade. But moving your stop loss to break-even would have reduced your risk, obviously, and made that trade a 10-to-1 trade. But anyway, so let's go back to the 1-hour chart, right? We're going to do this all over again. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is that I'm looking at. So we're going to go to the 1-hour. We're going to move this over. We're going to stop here, wherever that is. And that looks like it's June. So what I'm looking for, guys, is, and I'll show you, I'm looking for the market to consolidate, right? So I'm looking for at least minimum 4 to 5 hours worth of consolidation. So let's take this candle. Let's take this here, right? Let's take, actually, let's not take that one. Let's cancel that. Let's cancel that one because I don't think it necessarily have what I'm looking for. It slightly has it, but I want to give a better idea of what I'm looking for. So here's one right here, right? So we're gonna take this bit of information. So I'm looking for the market to do some type of consolidation, right? So let's take this consolidation. This would be a B setup for me. A setup would look more along the line where all the lows here would be equal, right? Or not necessarily the lows, because this would be the low of this candle, but let's say the open, right, of the candles. Could be the open and the close of the candles, depending. All right, so then I'm gonna be looking for 1-2 hours of break, of downward moves or upward moves, right? So this candle here broke the low, this candle. So I'm gonna be looking for my entry within this candle here, right? Let's make this bigger. Let's make this bigger. Let's drag this up a little bit. So you see, not only did it break, but it closed. Sometimes I do look for a little bit better close, but I think this is still a good idea. So once I get that break on that 1 hour, I'm going to look for one more 1 hour candle to close. But before I look for that 1 hour, the second 1 hour, I'm already starting my markup. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take, you could take a box or you could take the line. I like to take the line. Then I'm going to go down to the 30-minute chart, and I'm looking for what I call a bearish, bullish, bearish pattern. As you can see it right there. We had a bearish candle, a bullish candle, and a bearish candle. The last bearish candle preferably should be a bearish engulfing. So this is where I'm going to look to take the trade, right? Sometimes you get that candle in the 15-minute. Sometimes you get it in the 5-minute. Sometimes you don't get it at all, right? So even here, there's another one here, but this is too far away from the break. And this is actually within that 3 hour, that 3 hour candle. If you go back, I mean, this candle will be the 3 hour candle, right? So that first candle was found in the 30 minutes. Again, it's not normal that it's found in the 30 minutes. Sometimes I find it in the 15-minute and then the 5-minute. In the majority of the time, honestly, it's in the 15-minute. So this is where I'm looking to take the trade. Now, you can take your trade here if you don't want to miss, but obviously you have a higher risk, right? You can do maybe 25% of this box, right? Stop loss always up above the high of that bullish candle or bearish candle, and then our take profit 4-1, or wherever the next big support level would be, right? So let's say we went down to the 4 hour candle, we go across here, and we see that this looks like an area where we might take profit. So we could just mark that off and drag that up, or we could continue to go down here, which looks like a very nice area. So we're actually going to go ahead and set our take profit there. And we're going to drag this over, because at this point we don't know when the market is going to come back. So we're going to go ahead and set a limit order, right? This would be a sell limit in this particular case. Let's go back to the, excuse me guys. So this is gonna, so now we're just gonna hit play and see how this plays out. All right. All right, so the market spiked us in right there. Let's keep going. All right, so there we have it. So that got tapped in for minimal drawdown. Let's pull this down and see how far that is. So 9-1. Let's just hit play and see how far it goes. All right. So 11, and it keeps dropping. Okay. So the 13, and I mean it could, and you could do it all over again. So let's go back again, right? And I'll show you on something else. So let's do this again. Let's go back this way. Let's find an error on the chart. And I'm just picking spots because I don't want to have to keep going through the replay, having play. I'm just showing you exactly what it is that I'm looking at, and where the market is going, right? And when I'm looking for areas where I see at least 2 hours worth of downward move. So even if you took this one, this is okay, but it's not enough consolidation for me, right? To do anything with it. So I'm looking for at least minimum 4 hours worth of consolidation. Sometimes it could be less. It just depends on how the market broke structure. And for whatever reason, I don't know. I like shorting. I mean, I do take long trades, but I like shorting. And even though I'm going far back, these show up a lot more often than I'm actually looking. I'm probably just overlooking things right now, to be honest with you. Just probably overlooking things. Just, I don't know. All right. And sometimes it could be little ones that work out as well. But that's how I've been trading lately. And it's been working pretty good in my favor. So like this break here, I wouldn't have taken this trade because I did not get that second 1 hour break. Okay, so let's get back to let's try and do one more. Let's do one more. We're gonna choose a different pair. Let's do SPY. Right? Actually, that should look choppy as hell. Let's do Australian dollar. No, not Aussie, because Aussie is just like gold. Those two correlate. So let's just take a random area on the Australian dollar, right? Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, at least 4 hours worth of consolidation here, right? So we have this consolidation. See right there? This candle here broke it. We have a second 1 hour candle. So then I'm just going to make some of this disappear. Right? Make that disappear. Then we're going to go to the 30-minute. Okay, we don't see anything yet. I mean, we don't know where we're going to enter into this trade. Go down to the 15-minute. I don't see anything yet. And I'm going to the 5-minute. Right? That's kind of like the last candle that I look for. So this is the only one that I see right now. This is the only one that I see. Don't necessarily like it because it's a little further from the break than I would like, but it's still because obviously your stops probably gonna have to go above that consolidation. So consider this is the 5-minute chart. It probably won't be that bad as far as stop loss is concerned, but this would be the area where. So we're gonna take the trade to the downside on the high of that candle, and we're gonna go up. Let's see, and then stop loss. Let's bring this all the way over. Let's go back to the H1 chart and see what this looks like. All right, we're gonna bring this all the way down here, all the way down here, right? Let's drag this over and then hit the play button. All right, so the market tapped us out, but like I said, we're just toying around with this. So just a little bit higher on the stop loss and it would have been good. How many pips we're risking? If I'm reading this right, that's 10. Yeah, I think that's 10 pips. So obviously you could risk more than that. But anyway, let's just hit play real quick. And look, the take profit got hit. But anyway, guys, it's just a sample of what I was working on over the time when I wasn't posting videos, just trading my own live account and not necessarily doing any funded account. I don't have any funded accounts right now. So let's close this off. All right, and let's get back to where the market is. So we're gonna go to US dollar. Oh shit. All right, so this is the US dollar. So as you can see, the market is going down, but I am still waiting for a pullback. I'm not gonna just jump into this market right now. So we're 24 minutes into this video. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it and I will be back. All right, what's up, gang? I'm back. It's currently 12:55 a.m. So as you can see, the trade or price still has not yet pulled back to the area in where I would like to take this trade. It currently bounced off the R2 pivot. I think it's going to head down to the main pivot, possibly pull back into my area, or it could just shoot right through that and come all the way down to where it might find liquidity. And then obviously if it comes all the way back down here, we could look for it to run some stops down here, possibly, you know, some buy stops. It could be some regular stop loss orders. It could be, you know, it might get some pending buy orders to the upside, taking out their stop loss below here. And again, I mean, there's multiple different ways this market could go, but I'm looking to short this market, and I think this would be a decent area to short. Reason being because I could, you know, put my stop loss right above this area here. So we're gonna go ahead and just take a nice small trade, 0.05. Actually, I'm going at a 0.02 just to see. All right, so we didn't do that. 0.05. We're gonna go into 0.05, sell the market, and then we're gonna put our stop loss here. So we're risking $28, that looks like, so pretty much about half of that money that we have. I'm actually not gonna set my take profit too far in this. Actually, let's go all the way down to the pivot 14. Let's go down to S1 36, and this is gonna be $95. So we're risking actually $24. If I see the market start pulling back above this area, I'm gonna go ahead and close this trade manually. But I think for now, we are, let's go to the trade, we are down $1.50. Overall, I think it's a decent trade. It's just that you know, it didn't excuse me, I want to remove this history thing here, trade history, like that way we can get a better view of what's going on. All right. So again, we're risking $25 to make $95. And the way I plan to play this out is, if the market starts moving in my favor, I'm going to reduce risk. So let's say I put it down to 14, right? $14, risking 14. Then I might take another trade and then move that up to the initial, not the initial, but where I had the first stop loss, right? And I'll continue doing that until the market, till I can't take any more trades, because obviously with $50 you could trade but so much. So we're just gonna have to see how this plays out. If it starts pulling back and it breaks above this turquoise line here, it's a high probability it's just going to continue to the upside. So again, the reason why I took this trade is because we did have these two-hour candle here that created some type of market structure here, or resistance. So that's the reason why I actually end up taking this trade. And then the R2 pivot now becomes a nice resistance level as well. So we'll go ahead and see how this plays out. We do have all of this down here that the market could come and find some type of resistance. We do also have the main pivot where the market could come and find resistance. But again, the market is going to, you know, more than likely look for where liquidity is. And this is a decent area, as well as up here is a decent area. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick. And we're going to come back with the update. So again, if I do see the market like it wants to return past this turquoise line, I'm going to go ahead and take an L on that one. It's probably going to be, let's actually just see what it would be. So it looks like, let's say about a $10 L. So we're going to put this back up here, $24. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick, and I will be back with the update. All right, guys, I'm back. It's currently 3 a.m. and real quick, what happened with this trade is I actually fell asleep. The market went against me, and I immediately took two trades at the high, right? So that would be at about R2, and so I actually just ended up closing it out real quick for a profit of $6.50. But as you can see, the market is still dropping, so I would have been up a little bit more, but I didn't like the way the market opened up for the Euro session. It didn't open up as bearish as I would like to see it. Plus, the market is still trading above, you know, the main pivot, which it's a high probability that it could reverse and going back into my original entry point where I wanted to take the trade. So it's better I just get out for a small profit than a big loss. So like I said, I did ended up adding two additional positions. So I can see here I lost $14.50 on the first one, and then I made 1050, 1055, which give me that profit of $6.50, right? So let's go back over here, press Control T, make that disappear. All in all, it was a very risky trade. But yeah, so I noticed that the market was actually going up, and it was getting so close to 3 a.m. So I woke up a little bit before 3, and I noticed it was getting really close to 3 a.m. So I ended up moving the stop because I didn't want it to just randomly stop me out and then start tanking. So I moved the stop, and as soon as I moved the stop, I immediately took those 3 trades, because when you use an MT5, it's real easy to move your profit, your take profit, your stop loss. It's just literally clicking on the actual trade itself on the chart screen and moving it up or down, or just deleting it. Unlike MT4, you got to go into a different section and all that bullshit. But the trade itself looked like it's going, but I'm not even going to try and get back into this trade right now. I just want to see how it plays out. I got to get up around 5 a.m. and it's 3 a.m. right now, but for whatever reason I can't sleep. So really and truly, remember I had this little area marked up, and I said if the market pulled up above that, I was going to close out the trade, right? I think it was that area. I can't really remember. Excuse me. I just took some allergy medicine too, so I'm hoping that works real fast. But look, this motherfucker still moving down, so I probably would have been up a good maybe $20 right now if I hadn't closed out that trade. But neither here nor there. Not even sure if I want to upload this video because it's a long ass video. It's like 32 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and stop it right here, and then I will look for another trade on a different video, upload that. And again, this is from $50 to 10K. That's what we're trying to do, or that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah, I'm still gonna be looking for downside potential. I'm gonna remove the pivots real quick. Just remove the pivots real quick. That way I can just make the chart look a little bit cleaner. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video. I'm so damn lethargic right now. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel, share, whatever means you need to do to make this challenge go viral. So again, it's going to be from $50 to 10K. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the video so I can upload it, and you guys can watch as much as you want to watch, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you want to watch. It's very important to me because I did take some time to try and get the best possible trade, but unfortunately it didn't go the way as planned, and that's just a part of trading. Sometimes you have to realize when to get out of something, if it's not doing what you thought it was going to do. But I mean, at least I gave it ample opportunity. But again, I still got into the trade a little bit faster than I normally would. And if you look at it right now, the shit is just, it's tanking. Really, it's tanking. It would have turned out to be so I think the first trade that I took I took it somewhere down here. So if you took away that's how much did I lose on that first trade? $14.50. Then each of these probably would have been up at least $20 each. So that first trade was taken at 17.15.45. Let's mark that 17.15.45. 17.15.45. So that would have been almost at break even, and then DISCL I would have been up a good 30, 40, 50, probably a good $54. I would have been up. Wow. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. I'm still in profit, so that's more important than anything else. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and stop the video, and I will talk to you soon.